today a delicious cream sauce for fish. So guys, let's do it. This sauce is packed full of flavour, is absolutely delicious and very, very easy to make. So we're going to want a shallot. Using a really sharp knife, cut off the ends, chop the shallot in half, and then you want to remove the skins. Once you've done this, you want to dice the shallot up fairly fine. Now this sauce is not being strained, so all the ingredients that we put in are going to remain in. And so we're going to pass the knife back through these shallots so we can get them really nice and fine. So chop your way through them. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Pretty fine, relatively uniform, but we do want a little bit of texture and a bit of character to the sauce. So this is pretty much spot on. And when you're happy, you want to pop your shallots into a bowl and then stick those to one side ready to cook. There we go, shallots done. Next, you want to pop a frying pan on the hob, turn the heat between low and medium, add a little dash of olive oil, and then chuck in your shallots. Do not season the shallots. The first step, we just want to sweat these down without any colour. We want them nice and translucent, we want them soft, sweet, but without any of that roasty flavour you get. So keep the heat low, stir them every few moments, and while they're ticking away, we're going to prepare some garlic. So take your bulb of garlic, and we're just going to want a couple of cloves. Chop the ends off the cloves, remove the skins, dice up the garlic a little bit finer than you did with the shallot. You want it fairly fine, but again, as with the shallots, a little bit of texture works great in this sauce. And once you're done, you want to pop the garlic into a bowl. Garlic, done. And then while we've got a moment, we're also going to prepare some parsley. So take a good handful of your parsley, pop it on the board. Just remove any of the bigger stalks. The little thin stalks in there are fine. Just get rid of the big ones. And then simply chop your way through it. We also want this pretty fine, but you don't have to go mad. It's nice to have a bit of texture. We want to go pretty fine, but a little bit rough and rustic. Once you've diced up your parsley, there we go. That is what I want. This also goes into a bowl, and this will be garnishing our sauce right at the end. Parsley, done. And so returning to the shallots, at this point they should be getting nice and soft, so give them a little taste, make sure you're ready, and then go in with a couple of teaspoons of the garlic. Give that a little stir, and then next, a great little trick, you want to pour a tablespoon or two of the anchovy oil into the pan, give it a stir, sweat down the garlic a touch, and then you want to go in with a few fillets of anchovy, anywhere between 3 and 6. Soon as the anchovy is in, use your spatula or a wooden spoon to break it up. You want to almost melt it down. You want to mash up the anchovy. The anchovy both seasons and gives us great flavour. You almost want to make it a paste. Just give it a few minutes. And then we're going to go in with some capers. So use some good quality capers, nice big fat ones, and just chuck in a couple of teaspoons. Give this another stir. Honestly, the smell, guys, it is outrageous. So now we've got everything in there. Shallots, capers, anchovies, garlic. We're going to deglaze with some white wine. So turn the heat up a little touch, add a good splash of the wine. So now we want to reduce down the wine until it's pretty much gone, and we'll just be left with a beautiful sticky syrup. Once you've done this, we're going to go in with some fish stock. Nearly there. It's getting nice and syrupy. So pour in a good splash. It doesn't matter too much how much goes in at this point. You can always add a little bit more. So get a splash in there. So now that's in, reduce it down by about 1/3. So let that simmer away for a couple of minutes. Once it's reduced by about 1/4 to 1/3, we're going to go in with our cream. So pour in a nice splash of the cream. Again, the amount that goes in is not overly important. This sauce is quite adaptable. Simply pour in a splash, stir it through, and reduce it down by about 1/4 again. Keep tasting, and when you're happy, we want to finish it with a nice pinch of some parsley. So turn off the heat. Parsley. Start with a nice pinch. Another little pinch, stir it through. This really livens up the sauce, gives it a beautiful freshness. And there we have the most delicious cream sauce, packed full of flavour. Serve with your favourite fillet of fish. A great little trick, cut the sauce with a couple of tablespoons of the olive oil butter cooking oil, basically, from the fish. The most delicious cream sauce. Spoon the sauce out onto the plate, don't put it onto the fish. Keep that skin crispy. And that is special. A little squeeze of lemon on our sea bass. Give it a try. The crunch of that skin. That is unreal. That skin is so crispy. The fish is moist and juicy. That sauce is on a whole nother level. And so all that's left to do is to get stuck in. So give it a try and I'll see you next time.